Everyone knows flipping houses comes with risks. But for one man, a routine renovation leads to something unexpected, a discovery that blows the roof off his expectations.
In 2013, in the small town of Elbow Lake, Minnesota, a guy by the name of David Gonzalez buys a home that was built in 1938 for $10,100. He's a house flipper, and while the house has good bones, that's about it.
He begins demo on the investment property, but he soon notices something strange within the walls.
The house isn't insulated like you would expect. It's not foam or fiberglass. There's a lot of crumpled newspapers in between the studs.
Now for David, this is just another day at the office, so he starts pulling out the crumpled pieces of newspaper section by section until he sees something colorful in between all of that black and white.
He pulls it out from the newspapers and realizes it's a comic book. And on the cover is none other than the Man of Steel himself, Superman.
The comic is showing its age. It's beat up on the corners, it's yellowed, but David immediately notices something startling. The date on the cover, June 1938, the same year the house was built.
David isn't a comic book collector, but he obviously knows that Superman is one of the most iconic comic book heroes of all time. So he figures a really old Superman comic has to be worth something.
David leaves the newspapers in a pile and jumps online. What he finds nearly knocks him off his feet.
In David's hands is Action Comics #1. This is the holy grail of comic books.
This comic isn't just the origin story of Superman. It's like the Big Bang for the modern day superhero genre.
Without Action 1, you don't get Batman, you don't get Wonder Woman, you don't get Spider-Man, you don't get all of DC Comics, Marvel Comics, you don't get superhero comics at all.
But before it kick-started a billion-dollar superhero empire, Action Comics #1 was just another novelty on the newsstand.
Back in 1938, when Action Comics #1 was released, it was selling for about 10 cents a copy, which in today's money is around $2.
At the time, nobody would have thought anything of its worth beyond its inherent entertainment value. You read it, you enjoy it, you throw it out, or in this case, stuff it inside the walls of a new house.
Around 200,000 copies were originally printed, and today, only about 100 are believed to still exist. So David could be sitting on a gold mine worth far more than the house flip.
Needless to say, the man is thrilled. And so he brings it home and he wants to show it off to his family, and they're all just as excited.
They invite friends and more family to come over and see this rare find, and everything is going well until his wife's aunt shows up. She grabs Action Comics #1 and starts waving it around. David attempts to grab it back.
In the chaos of the moment, the back cover rips.
Damaged or not, this is still one of the most sought-after comic books in the world. So David puts it away for safekeeping until he can put it up for sale at auction.
Even in less than perfect condition, it sells for a whopping $175,000. But experts think that the tear cost David anywhere between $50,000 and $75,000.
So without that tear, this copy of Action Comics #1 could have sold for $250,000. Thanks, Auntie.
It was a costly mistake, but David bought the house for just over $10,000, and he's walking away with more than 17 times that from something that he literally pulled out of the wall.
All in all, it's a much better return than any house he could have flipped.